Hattie McDaniel made history as the first African American to win an Oscar for her unforgettable performance as Mammy in Gone with the Wind. But Hattie was more than an actress. She was a pioneer. Born in 1893 to formerly enslaved parents, she grew up with a commanding voice. Hattie would belt out blues numbers that could stir a crowd like a hot spoon in a pot of gumbo. Hattie quickly gained recognition for her comedic timing. She became one of the first African-American women to be heard on American radio. Later, Hattie set her sights on Hollywood, achieving a breakthrough role in 1934's The Emperor's Club. Hattie appeared in over 300 films, even if she was only credited for 80. Often typecast as a servant, gave her less opportunity for more complex roles. When called out for perpetuating the Mammy stereotype, Hattie responded in her signature style. I'd rather play a maid for $700 a week than be one for $7. Hattie played the Hollywood game with wit and wisdom, knowing that every role she took was another step forward for the black performers who would come after her. Hattie McDaniel remains a Hollywood icon, whose brilliance still captivates and inspires us today.
From the streets of Detroit to the operating rooms of history, Dr. Ben Carson's journey is one of perseverance, faith, and groundbreaking achievements. Earning his medical degree from the University of Michigan in 1987, he made medical history, successfully separating conjoined twins. Dr. Carson's story continued to inspire. He became U.S. Secretary of Housing and Urban Development and a best-selling author. In recent years, Carson shifted his focus to penning children's books in American history, values, and the importance of citizenship. A surgeon, a scholar, a servant leader, Dr. Ben Carson's legacy is proof that no dream is out of reach when guided by determination, faith, and an unwavering pursuit of excellence.
Tuskegee Airmen. Theirs is a story of determination, excellence, and a legacy that soars far beyond the clouds. In 1941, the U.S. Army Air Corps established a flight training program at Tuskegee Institute in Alabama. This program would train black men to become military pilots and navigators. During World War II, their planes, known as the Red Tails, became legendary with over 200 escort missions. They never lost a single bomber to enemy fire, a feat unmatched by any other unit. Despite their heroism, the Tuskegee Airmen returned home subjected to segregation's cruel grip, including limited access to GI Bill benefits, housing, civilian jobs, and entry into restaurants. It took decades for them to receive formal recognition for their contributions in the war effort.
We really were the top guns of the Air Force.
This is Brigadier General Enoch Woodhouse II, one of the last remaining members of the famed Tuskegee Airmen, an all-black Air Force unit that became vital in World War II.
And people say, well, Woody, how could you be dissatisfied being in an all-black unit? Simple. They were the best.
The Tuskegee Airmen legacy is not just written in history books, but in the sky, where their bravery still soars. So, the next time you look up at the sky, remember them. The men who defied the odds, who flew through storms of danger, emerging not just as soldiers, but as legends.
A defining figure of the 1960s zeitgeist, Jimi Hendrix electrified audiences with genre-defying innovation, reshaping the landscape of music. Born in Seattle in 1942, Hendrix's path was anything but conventional. Music became his refuge from a turbulent childhood, and by 13, he had picked up the guitar, drawing inspiration from blues and R&B. In 1961, he enlisted in the Army as part of the Screaming Eagles. But while others focused on drills and discipline, Hendrix devoted his free time to jamming with fellow soldiers. Following his time in the Army, Hendrix cut his teeth on the Chitlin circuit, backing legends like Little Richard, the Isley Brothers, and Curtis Knight. His big break came when he moved to London in 1966 and formed the Jimi Hendrix Experience. The following year, Hendrix would cement his place in legend on stage at the Monterey Pop Festival. There, Hendrix knelt before his guitar, doused it in lighter fluid, and set it ablaze. The crowd watched stunned in this sacrificial ritual of sound and spectacle. Hendrix would again stun crowds at Woodstock in 1969 while performing the Star-Spangled Banner. Hendrix transformed the national anthem into a searing commentary, a wordless ode to resilience. It was as if the very soul of America had been channeled through 6 strings and an amplifier. On September 18, 1970, Hendrix's life was tragically cut short at the age of 27. But legends don't fade, they echo through time. Hendrix didn't just break the rules, he rewrote them. His sound, his style, and his spirit continue to inspire generations because legends never die. They just keep playing.